Alright, I'm in the mood to do a natural dirt video, so we need to find a vacuum to do it with. There's this lazy vac torn apart on the floor. Should we just use that? Yeah, a little bit of an update. I got another Bissell Easy Vac. I have the two like black ones, the ones that were right before they switched the body design. And I have the two, I got this like a teal one, and then my uncle gave me this like dark blue one. And I have been procrastinating on doing it. Like I do like one part at a time. The whole switch, motor, and everything is out of it right now. It's pretty rough. They used it on sheetrock dust. Or not him, necessarily. But someone used it to clean up a bunch of sheetrock dust, so it's pretty bad. It runs. At least before I took it apart, it ran, and it didn't actually sound that rough. Obviously, I think you guys have seen this Bissell Cleanview something. It's really not that good. He also gave me this, which is in pretty decent condition. They just didn't like it. It literally functions as it sits. It's just, they have dogs. It doesn't smell like wet dog. It just kind of smells like dog, and I don't like the smell of dog. So, it's, yeah. Yeah, these Dirt Devils are not really that impressive. The other one that I have, the purple pet one, I have that. I'm letting my sister use that one upstairs. And honestly, once this one's cleaned up, my mom has both the black Easy Vacs, one for the basement and one for whatever else she wants to do. And then she could also have this if she wants, you know, something that could actually do a little bit more than what those little Easy Vacs are capable of. But she might not want it because it's a little heavy. You know what? Let's use the... I really need to clean this room up. Got dirty clothes. What else is underneath here? Some Xbox games. I don't even have my Xbox anymore, so it's time to kind of just give those to the person that I gave the Xbox to. Alright, this is the top bin piece. Let's use maybe a belt right there. Yeah, we're gonna use the Ultravision Turbo here. Holy crap, this thing's got some weight to it. Oh, I mean, honestly, we got quite the good comparison from what Dirt Devil came from and where they're at now, basically. Because this red one here is still sold at Walmart for like 90 bucks or 70. Honestly, you can see, like, they haven't changed much in terms of what their idea is of a good vacuum. But I will say automatically that the Ultravision Turbo here is way better in terms of build quality and most likely performance. I haven't deep clean tested this yet. And I haven't deep clean tested the purple pet one yet either. But I have a feeling, I think the Ultravision Turbo got 50%, and that's the same as the Smart Vac. And the Smart Vac is the best one yet, so that means the Ultravision Turbo is one of the best. Smart Vac is the best bagged one, which I think I've only done one bagged machine, so. But yeah, this room is a mess. I've got a few Kirby's, honestly. Most of them are probably going to get sold. I'm just not that into them. Believe it or not, I'm more into these plastic machines. Honestly, it feels weird saying that, but something about, you know, all these plastic machines have differences. A lot of Kirby's are just too similar for me to really enjoy having any type of collection on them. The one that I would end up keeping is, where is it here? The Heritage 2, I would probably keep. Probably the Omega. And the Classic 3, I think. And that's the only 3 I would keep. Broken Omega in that box, I would just steal the parts from and throw the rest away, or try and sell the rest of the part that I don't need. Legend 2, I could probably sell as well. But I'm going to think about that for a while. This G4 I'm supposed to be giving to a friend, and then he's going to give me another Heritage, just a standard Heritage, and then a Bissell Liftoff Multicyclonic, one of the older ones, which I've been wanting for a while. There's a lot of vacuums in here. I did get rid of the other Power Max Pet. The other one's gone. I gave that to a friend, didn't need it anymore, and I wasn't going to give him this beat up one that I got first, so I gave him the brand new one. The Whirlwind back there, which I've done one video on, I believe. Could always do a natural dirt with that at some point. That's the only type of video I'm really able to do right now. The whole house is pretty gutted. My room is basically one of the only rooms that's in one piece. There's other parts in the house, but the whole front of the house is ripped off right now, so that's the main concerns, and I'm mostly helping with that. Right now I'm inside cooling off because it's humid and hot outside. Oops. But yeah. The only thing that's actually broken on this machine here is the foot release, which sometimes... Oh, and the brush hole. That's broken too. But it still functions just fine. But, yeah. What happened with the brush roll is I don't really think I can capture it on film, but more on the end caps, I was taking it off because you can take them off, and as I was turning it, because these ones they just thread off, I was turning it and I'm like, oh, it feels like it's gonna pop off, and it turns out the little bit of turning it was doing was it cracking, and then it popped loose, and I'm like, oh, I'll keep spinning it, and I was just spinning it and it broke off. So yeah. So one of these end caps, and I believe it's this one over here, I had to put the brush roll back in very carefully so the brush roll works just fine with that broken end cap, and it's not damaging anything either. No, because I wanted to re-grease the bearings on this, because the new brush roll for this is like 20 bucks. I was going to re-grease the bearings, because it sounds a little bit rough on wind down, but that's about it. Obviously, the belt on it's been used. See some wires in there. There's no second filter or anything. The adjustment wheels, all these wheels have electrical tape on them. That's just something weird that I do to protect them if they're in good condition. If they're already in really horrible condition, I don't bother, but if they're in good condition like these ones were, I put electrical tape on them to keep them in good condition. And then if I were to ever try and sell it, that would be, you know, something for a vacuum collector to see and be like, oh wow, the wheels are in good condition. I don't ever plan on selling this, and it probably wouldn't sell that well anyways. I'm surprised. I'm sure Intelitech Studios, when I bought this thing from him, he was probably surprised that I paid, because he even said on his live stream, he's like, oh, yeah, I'll negotiate a price, whoever wants to buy it, and I just gave him what he was asking. I wasn't going to fight with him about it. I think I paid like 70 bucks total for it, which was a little pricey considering it came with no attachments whatsoever. But yeah, got the turbo brush. Well, I got all these attachments from another vacuum collector who I bought the 6594 from. And he gave me all these attachments, and then a bunch of F&J bags, and oh yeah, that bag, the bagged conversion thing, so that I can make my V2 a bag machine if I want to. Which I usually do. Yep, see, that's the broken foot release. Come on. It's a little creaky. I haven't used it in a while. Oh, dear me. My God. Just get back in there. Alright. Yeah, no, the headlight still works, but I think there's a loose connection somewhere, because sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't. Which was mentioned in the review for this, so, and he knew that I'd seen that video, so I knew that that could possibly be a thing. Normally it works. There's only been one time where it kind of flickered a few times, and then it hasn't happened since. But yeah, let's do this. The cord has one really bad tear in it that I've patched up, but I did a very good job patching it up. It doesn't look pretty, but it's very sturdy, and you ain't gonna get electrocuted through it. I'm gonna vacuum over here, it's fine. You silly dirt devils, the frickin' big and small prongs are reversed, so normally you put that hook thing facing the grounded hole. Not with a dirt devil, it's the other way. I think it's the same thing with a Ricard too. As you can hear, this thing actually agitates really well. A lot better than you would expect for a machine that was... This machine might have been $100 brand new. Pulls a lot of power. This cord gets pretty warm. Not hot, like not badly hot, but it is warm already. But the prongs are still straight. They're a little... Both of them are evenly kinked to the right, barely. But the cord is very nice quality. It's not all stiff like those newer Hoover cords are. And it's only got, I think there's like one just a little bit missing of the rubber in one area, but this was the bad spot, and that was down to the normal colored wire. So I did toilet paper and some clear glue and wrap that around, and then some zip ties to hold that toilet paper on even better, and then a bunch of electrical tape. And I really... I used the toilet paper as an insulator, because I didn't have any insulator tape. And electrical tape is not insulator tape. Just electrical tape really does. Electrical tape really doesn't stop electric current from hurting you at all. Matter of fact, masking tape is better. Just electrical tape clings to most electrical components better. But yeah, plus it looks better. The black, it's still a different shade of black, but whatever. This thing. I haven't put much money into this, actually. Just, you know, the $70 for the machine itself, and then, belts. I got a 2-pack of belts, and people kept telling me, like, oh, these things are belt destroyers that go through belts almost every use. You heard it. The thing was agitating just fine. So, and that belt has been used plenty. Like, I've used this thing a lot, so. And then I also got a 2-pack of filters, and those are washable, too, so. And they were cheap, and they don't seem to do anything. You know, a lot of times when you get a cheap filter, they let all kinds of dust through, but so far I haven't had any issues. But yeah, that'll be the end of this video, and stay tuned for more. Peace.